from Isaiah 59:2. It reads, "But your iniquities have separated you from your God, and your sins have hidden his face from you, so that he will not hear." That was Isaiah 59:2. And so I was just talking to God, what can cause a separation between our relationship, or what can cause a separation between you and God? That can be the things that you spend most of your time with, the things that you could spend most of your money on, whether it's, a person, bad company that you keep, or whether it's mainly like your time to mainly social media, or, either like gaming or shopping, or things that you just put before God can cause a separation, and that can lead to like idolatry, idolizing a person, or idolizing a relationship, or idolizing a job or money or whatever it is, idolizing that before God, that can cause a separation between you and God, and pretty much if we spend most of our time or most of our money on, other things but God, we can start idolizing that, and that can cause a separation. And it's so quick and easy to cause a separation because, we're just mainly putting our focus and our attention on this thing or that thing, other than God. So it's just good to ask God and to seek him, what causes a separation? Is it somebody leading you astray that can cause a separation, or is it just you and your flesh, or whether it's, you doing something I got no business to, a lot of things can cause a separation, and just not spending time with God in general can cause a separation because, if you're not spending time with God, how can we hear his voice, how can we know, what he wants us to do if you're not spending time with him and focusing on him? So that can cause a separation as well. What I've learned is, whenever you want God to cause a separation or to separate you from things or people in your life that will cause a separation between you and God is, you need to surrender to God, because how can God cause a separation whenever, you're trying to hold on to something that he's trying to separate you from, or hold on to that person or to that thing that he's trying to separate you from, if you don't fully surrender to God, So what I've done, I just had to fully surrender to God. Like, God, is your will, not my will, but let your will be done in my life. I fully surrender this relationship to you. I fully surrender this finances to you. I fully surrender this job to you. In every area of your life, fully surrender to God, so he can, and ask him for a separation, so he can fully, separate you from whatever it is that causes separation between, you and him. Whenever God does, do that separation, we can't try to still, hold on to that thing that causes separation. We just gotta let it go. So fully surrendering to God. And I'll be coming from Ephesians 4:22 through the 24th verse, which reads, "That you put off concerning your former conduct the old man which grows corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that you put on the new man which was created according to God in true righteousness and holiness." That was Ephesians 4:22 through 24. Whenever God causes that separation does take place, and he, removes whatever it is or separates you from whatever it is that causes separation between, you and the Lord's relationship, don't go back to it. Just completely just cut it off. Don't go back to it. And in his word in Ephesians, God tells us to like, get rid of the bad habits, put away like your former conduct, the former language you used to speak, the way you used to do things, don't do it anymore. Just put away those bad habits, the bad language, don't go back to the bad people that he separated you from, and things like that. He wants us to be renewed in our mind as well. Whenever we get renewed in our mind with God, you can get renewed in your mind by mainly focusing your time and your attention on God, by reading his word, to get to refocus your mind on his voice, get to refocus your mind on God's characteristics, because the more we spend our mind, because the more we put our time and our attention to things, our mind will start to dwell on it. Say like you play video games, or you on social media, or you watch like certain stuff, and you spend most of your time and attention to that, if it's like bad or violent or anything like that, then most of the time throughout the day we're going to be thinking about that, or most of the time throughout the day we're going to be start acting like that, so it's just what you pretty much put your time, your attention, and your focus to, so you can like renew your mind and your thought process, because you always put it on God. The more you start thinking about God throughout the day, the more you start acting better and acting right throughout the day, because you got your mind and your attention set on God, and your focus on God. So you got to renew our mind, renew what we put our attention and our time to. So yeah, because as it says in his words, those that keep their minds on God, he keeps them in perfect peace. Because I'm seeking him as well and asking him that he separate me from things or people or whatever it is in my life that causes separation, you know. And it's good to do it, you know, on an everyday basis, because we don't know what can cause a separation, you know. So I just hope this video blesses somebody, and yeah, pray my stay in the Lord. Thank you.